Hello Gemini, it's Lynn from Devine Central, and I'm here with your November 2023 tarot reading. I'm going to pull a card in various aspects of your life and we'll see what November has in store for you. I'm going to change cameras here. Gosh, I think I'm going to drop myself this month. This is a small deck and it's really a cool deck, and it's called Tarot of Trees, and I'm doing this in honor of my friend John, who just bought the deck. All right, I've already shuffled. Let's get going. Let's look at work. Oh, great, death for work. All right. We have finances, your personal relationships or love life. Oh gosh, I hope this gets better. Okay. Now we have our friends, family, and social. And, oh, the best card in the deck, we've got the personal development. We have the High Priestess. That'll work. We'll pull a card at the bottom of the deck and see what else Spirit has in store for you, or what advice possibly for this month. Let's start with work. We have the Death card. Now, you know, this doesn't have to mean death, right? I mean, this doesn't have to mean you're losing your job. In fact, the very first video I ever put on my YouTube channel was when the Death card really means death. It's like the very bottom one, so if you want to look at that, you can. But in this particular case, and for me, all cases, it's about transition. It's about fighting the inevitable change in your life and just feeling all the grief from it, because you can't change it. Things are going to happen, and the best that you can do is figure out how you're going to sit in it or how you're going to react to it. I mean, that's the only thing you really have control over in this case. But it doesn't have to be a negative. Sure, it could be that the department's downsizing and you get put someplace else and it's not necessarily where you want to be. It could be that you hate your job and you want to leave it, but you're afraid because it is steady income, even though it's not the income that you really want. And so you're kind of fighting that. But, you know, God forbid that you should get dumped and be forced out of this workplace and have to get a better job, because always when one door closes, another one always opens. That's the way the universe works. And if you are in the right place, then it's almost always for the better, right? So it doesn't have to be a negative. This could be, if you're self-employed, this could be a project or a contract that has ended, and now it kind of opens up a void. It kind of opens up that space that needs to be filled by something else. It could be a project that's finally coming to an end. It could be a house that you finally got sold. It's the end, and it's the end of one phase and going into and opening up a void so that you have room for the next thing. Can be a good thing. All right. So for your finances, you know, this card came up for Aries too. It's the Knight of Swords coming up for the finances. And, you know, I kind of like to say that it's a snap decision that you're going to have to make about money sometime this month. Now, you know, just this morning, I saw, there's a tarot deck that I've been sitting on in my Etsy wish list for quite a long time, but I was not going to pay that much money for it, and a huge sale came up and I jumped on it today. And not like I need another deck, right? I got like 55 or something crazy like that, but you know, it's jumping. It's that snap decision that you make. I used for Aries this month the analogy that your friends are all going on a trip. They've decided to go to either Cancun for the, you know, spring break, or to Las Vegas or someplace this winter, and they've invited you to go along, but you got to cough up $1,000 right now for the deposit for the airfare and the rooms. So you need to stop. It's like in your nature to go ahead and jump on something like that. But it's really important this month that you not make snap decisions. Try to sleep on any decision that has to do with money this month. As far as your personal life goes, your relationships go, we have the Moon. Great. So what this could mean is that you and your partner are in some type of a debate or discussion, or in a situation where you're not seeing it clearly. It's not that you don't even have all the right information, because more information may come to light in it, but it's more like you're just not seeing the reality of the situation. So the two of you need to sit down and really take a hard, cold look at what's going on in your life because something is not being seen in its reality. Okay, and I think you need to look at that. If you are single and you are looking for somebody, it's kind of like going down this dark path, and everything looks bigger and sometimes better than it does in the daylight. So make sure that what you're getting yourself into, if you are running into people or you're finding potential suitors, you just make sure that you know what's going on with them completely before you make any commitments. All right, friends, family, and social life. We have the Five of Swords. This card is very much about, it's a win-lose card. It's not a win-win card. This is about winning the battle, but maybe not the war. This is, winner take all, and not winning with grace. What I see with this card this month is you taking a stand maybe in a particular situation within your inner circle. That could be friends, it could be family. But taking a position on something and having people gang up on you about it. Okay, they're going to be taking the opposite side. You're going to be the odd man out in something. So if you can get ahead of that and maybe be careful about your positions, religious, especially political, or maybe even how somebody's child should be reacting in a particular situation, or how your mom and dad are handling something in a particular situation, and then all the siblings gang up against you. I just feel like people are going to gang up against you for what you have to share with them, what you have to communicate with them this month. So get ahead of that and just maybe keep your trap shut for this month on something that might be controversial. The best card in the whole deck, I think, this month, or the whole reading, is the High Priestess for your personal growth. Okay, so maybe just go sit by a lake somewhere and be quiet for as long as you can, and try to hear that small voice in the back of your head. What is it saying to you? What is she telling you? Because this is your inner self communicating with you, or your spirit guides trying to get through and trying to communicate with you. This is your gut feeling. This is your intuition. And you need to hear it. I mean, do you need to follow it? Yeah, you need to follow it. But you need to hear it in order to follow it, right? And oftentimes we're so busy, we just don't hear it. Try to hear what your inner self is trying to tell you. Spirit, what say you? We have the Nine of Wands this month, okay? Nine of Wands. Nines are about completion. We are at the end of the road on something, probably something that's been stressful to us or annoying or whatever, and we've had to plug through it. So it's coming to an end, especially if it's something that's been annoying you with friends, family, or even in your personal relationships or in your relationships at work. Know that it's coming to an end and all your frustration will go. All right, it was a good reading for you this month. I wish you well, and please stick around next week or come back next week for our Tarot Readers podcast. And I will see you next month. Bye.